Hello, my friends. We're here. We're doing it. We're on YouTube live doing some psychic readings today. I'm very excited. I love doing this. This is just a part of me that's always been present my whole life. I love accessing it, I love remembering it, and I love interacting with you. And the thing that I love the most is like witnessing your energy. So when I'm answering these questions for you, I get to feel who you are. It's a really cool thing. And it's not something I take lightly. I don't do this for people who haven't asked. I never pry or peer. But when we have this, like, mutual connection, you're asking a question, I'm answering it, it's a really cool feeling. So I got a question in my email earlier. Linda says she has a couple questions. So we can just get going. If you want to put a question, I would do one at a time and put it in the chat. That would make it easier on me because then I can like check them off as I go down the lane. So, hello, Zach. Hello, everyone else who's watching. If you're watching this on replay, you can I used to teach psychic development. I taught it for many years, probably over a decade, and I guess I still do. My courses are still available. In fact, I have a really good one for free here on my YouTube channel. I will like add a card in here after this is on a replay, but if you just look through my playlists on my channel, you'll be able to find it. Hey, Liz, good to see you. And so what I used to do with people is just present them with something and ask them to access the energy and tell me what they felt. It was really simple. Sometimes I brought people to antique stores. Sometimes I gave them like a piece of paper that's been somewhere or a photograph. And so if you're watching this, then maybe you can feel into the question too and like get your own impression of things. Hey, Dina. So I'm excited about all of you being here. Hi, Guillaume. And I'm excited about answering your questions. So if you have a question about yourself or about me or about whatever, just put it in the chat and I'll just go down the line and answer them. And I'm excited. I've got my two beverages here. I have my water and my iced tea, homemade. I put a little honey in it today. That's just how I roll. I always have more than one beverage. What about you? Plus, I live in the desert, so I'm always drinking something. All right. Well, I will get started with Dale's question that she emailed in, just because I have it handy. All right. So she wants to know basically, is there anything that Source wants her to know? And that she'd love to build her trust and faith in her worthiness. She has a practice that she began a few days ago to address this feeling or attitude of lowliness. Oh my God, I get that too. I think everyone feels like that sometimes. I wish to feel the peace and love and confidence in my body more, less doubt about what I prefer. I tend to feel swept or pulled by others' wishes and concerns. And I'm afraid of hurting people's feelings or pleasing them. Okay. I think everyone can relate to that. So her end question is, maybe that's me-ish in some way, few definitive opinions on outward activity, or maybe I could pay more attention to so-called small preferences. Basically, I'd like less stress and more delight by keeping my eyes on my own paper. That's something that I say all the time is like a definite key to happiness, keeping your eyes on your own paper, because the more we know ourselves, what pleases us, what we prefer, the easier it is to keep ourselves happy and in a positive place. And we're less likely to be knocked around by what other people are wanting. And it's just a happier time. It also allows us to be more unique and more expressive because we're caring less, we're noticing less what other people's reactions are to us. But let me take off my coach hat and then put on my psychic hat. So you're going to see me take my glasses on and off all the time. I don't know why, but I just like my glasses being off when I'm like looking at energy. Okay, so basically, how can she increase her sense of worthiness is what she wanted to know. Okay, so I will explain to you what I'm seeing. So I see something different for everyone, obviously. But when I close my eyes for Dale, who's in Ghana right now, actually on vacation, I see like I see basically like crystals and like fairy tale grass that's like there's like gems in the grass and like flowers, and it looks really beautiful and luxurious and fantastical, like she's in a fairy tale. And like if you can imagine yourself in that kind of environment, there's no sense of anything but worthiness and allowing an openness, because the whole ground is flush with riches, right? It's like it's everywhere. Imagine if a blade of grass or a leaf on a tree or a bush was worth, you know, $100 or $1,000 or $1,000,000. Like it's just all there. Like we couldn't pick it all if we wanted to. I mean, we probably could, but it would just grow back. So if money really did grow on trees, we'd all probably be a little bit more relaxed about it, right? So I guess what this image is telling me, Dale, is see how your worthiness is already present. Focus on how you're already surrounded by everything that you need, and that what you desire is maybe it's just over another hill, maybe you can't really see it yet, but the path is there, and the path is just you rambling, it's you stumbling into it, it's you, you know, being curious about something that you saw. It's a simple, easy, relaxed path. And you know, the idea of like lowliness or being more concerned about what others are thinking or doing, that is just a detachment from ourselves. It's okay to go along with what other people want. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you're not sacrificing yourself. And in your case, I think there might be a little bit of fear of losing respect or losing a stature or losing something if you speak up or if you are more communicative about your beliefs and how you make decisions and how you want to feel. So just be aware of that and notice when you're in the situations where you're deferring to other people, are you wanting to speak up? Are you wanting to express yourself and you're not doing it? So just keep an eye on that, and then you can determine in the moment if you feel safe enough to be yourself and to share it. And if you're not feeling safe to be open and expressive about what you want, it's okay to be that internally. Like sometimes we don't feel safe or we just don't feel like it's the right crowd to share exactly how we're feeling. And it's okay to just internally smile, just be like internally witnessing something that's not really to your liking, but having like your own inner joke about it. That happens to me sometimes, and it's okay to do that. It's all right. You don't have to like put yourself on a loudspeaker all the time in order to stay in alignment. But you might find that after you do become more aware, that you care less about whatever you think you would have lost, and it gets easier. So that is my recommendation for you, Dale. And also, like, I feel like all of this is just going to be great, great advice for everyone. I mean, this applies to me too. So good work. Okay, Dina, I know we all love Dale. If you guys don't know Dale, you should. Okay. Well, I don't have any more questions, you guys. You've just been listening. So, hello, love heart. I love your name, and I love your color, purple. Beautiful. I'm just picking my nail polish off, if you guys were wondering. Okay, so from Zach, also great profile picture. I have two, if there's time. First is, what does my higher self think of my attitude? Okay, I will look in, but first I gotta say, you guys, your higher self is unconditional love. So it's gonna love your attitude regardless of whether you think it's a good one or not. So, okay, well let me look. Okay. Higher selves, it's just it's like cotton candy. Like, if you guys saw my Instagram with the pink water that I just shared a video of yesterday, it's that. It's like it's beautiful, flowing, angelic melody, like complete comfort and acceptance. And that's what your higher self feels about your attitude. Like it's you are completely loved. There is no part of you that is not loved or judged. Like, you could do anything and your higher self would love you, because here on this plane there are no consequences to our higher energy. So even the really bad, stupid, terrible people who are living on this planet are loved by their higher selves, because their bad behavior stops here, right? So yeah, we can get killed here. We can Lots of bad stuff can happen on this earth plane, but it doesn't carry over to the higher dimensions. So and I'm not making that an equation to you, Zach. I'm just saying, like relax and let that love in, let that acceptance in. I have to do this a lot, where I have to remind myself to open my heart. If I'm feeling defensive, if I'm feeling um judgmental, if I'm feeling cynical, all this the stuff, like, stuff gets to us, especially as we get older. Like, we're supposed to be wiser, but I think a part of us, we just shut down more every year, So, um maybe just remind yourself to open your heart, because the real you has an open heart. The higher dimensional you has an open heart. So just have an open heart for yourself, and you'll be able to feel that. So there you go. What your higher self thinks of you. And yes, the spiral jetty. I'm not sure. I know jet ski is with a J, but I've always spelled jetty with a G. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. But I grew up on the beach and we had a lot of jetties. Let me know. Maybe it goes both ways. Who knows? Crazy Bub, hello. Good to see you. Of course, you may ask a question. Any of you can ask a question. Just put it in the chat for me and I'll get to it. Okay. And yep, Guillaume, ask away. Just type it in. Okay. So Love Heart asks, may I please get your insight into the person I'll marry? Thank you. Ooh, okay. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's interesting when I find your energy, to me, it feels, and it doesn't have to do with whether you're a male or a female, but it feels bold and clear and kind of masculine, as in like present, to the point, like bold. Bold is a good word. So I don't know if that's you or the person that you're going to marry necessarily, but I feel like there's no hesitation. There's a go get itness. There's an adventurer, like a not afraid to try new things and be independent. And so if this is you, let me know, and then I'll try to look for that other person. But this is the energy that I'm feeling around you. It's like it's very, very refreshing. It feels clear. It feels like the opposite of what I was just talking about. Like there's no shutdown. Well, there can be, but the main part of it is open and bold. And when we're in love, we are open hearted, right? We are our most open, our most accessible. And so a lot of the times our wounds aren't present with us when we're first in love. And so we're like the best of ourselves. And that's really something to keep in mind is you don't have to necessarily come down from that. We often do because we lose momentum when we start learning more about someone's past or we project onto them from our past relationships. But there's definitely like a hand in hand going through life, open hearted, jumping off rocks, like going to where you want to go without hesitation. That's the energy I'm feeling for you and your love. Okay. So, Dina, I don't have any questions, but if you have extra time, you can tell me anything you feel like. Yeah, that's a question too, guys. I'm into that. So I'll read into your energy. Um, okay. And I won't be going back through, so don't worry. Like you can ask. See worthiness, not lowliness. Be here. Yeah, ask. That's why I'm here to answer you. Actually, let me take a sip of water. Okay. All right. What do we have in store for Dina? I like your little like flat across smile emoji. Oh wait, maybe it is a smiley. I just have my glasses off. Okay, never mind. All right, Dina. Well, Dina, you're going through a lot, and that comes up pretty clear. So I'm glad that you have what you talked about yesterday going on. Because I just see like there's a wildness. There's a wildness. Like, let's talk mood swings, right? Like, let's talk like wanting to throw stuff and be angry. And I feel like, right, we've talked about this. There's never a wrong way to feel. And even if you want to incorporate this and channel this into some art projects, like what do you want to get out right now? I feel like there's some anger that wants to come out and could produce some incredible art. Maybe you're like turning into Pollock for the weekend and like, with tarps and paints and throwing cans and like I don't know, but it just like I feel like there's a lot of energy that could be moved by right now. Don't hold back. Like set yourself up in a safe place where you can't necessarily hurt yourself. Maybe have some help on standby if it gets too intense, but like there's a lot that you can get out of your body and like move it out physically shake it out and um and have something to show for it too. Like you can of course like I used to go to the beach and throw rocks in the water. I've had wiffle ball bats that I've hit mattresses with. And that it's nice, but it's really cool if you're already an artist and you can and create something out of that. Super cool. Okay, so that's probably not what you had in mind, Tina, but that's what I see for you. Let me know if that resonates. Oh, and thank you, Zach. Zach's looking to see if it's a J or a G for Jetty. Gina, yes, of course, you can ask a question. Just type it on in. And Liz, like family lock. I don't know what family lock is, but let me know if it's important. Okay. Guillaume. There are desires I wish to manifest and which haven't yet come to fruition. Not too sure, I'm assuming, why they haven't manifested. Yeah. So, how does manifestation or the law of attraction work? It's super clear and simple. Whatever you want has a vibration, and you have a vibration about that thing. You have many vibrations. You have a different vibration about every subject under the sun. Think about how you could think about a tree and maybe feel a little neutral, or you could think about a tree and be really excited. You could think about your pet and be really excited, or you could think about your pet and be frustrated that they're shedding all over the house. You could think about a parent or your best friend and feel a different way when you think about all those different things. And then you could think about money and you might feel, oh, that's hard, or you might feel excited. Or if you think about the thing that you're trying to manifest, maybe you feel like it's missing, or maybe you feel like you really wish you didn't want it. So we have different vibrational set points for each thing, every single thing you can think of. And unless you are completely matching or have a matching vibration to what this thing you're wanting is, it won't be able to be in your life, in your energy, in your view, right? It's with you in your higher dimensional energy because there's no resistance up there. You're matching all the good things that you want up there because there's no, here we have doubts, we have worries, we have scarcity, we have, lack mindsets, we have people telling us we're not worthy of things, or we can't do things, or we can't have things, or that's too much, or that's too expensive. But we don't have that in our higher selves. So our higher selves get to experience everything that we want. And for us to experience it, we have to get to a place where we too vibrate to match it. And we can do that in a couple different ways. We can be generally very happy and kind of like backdoor our way into matching something, or we can be direct and specific and just calibrate ourselves there. So, if my greatest advice is find a way to be satisfied, find a way to be happy, whether it's going to be on a completely different subject, probably something like a really easy subject, like sitting on the front porch and smiling at people, or writing, you're a writer, or reading a book, reading reviews that people have left for you, just the good ones. So find a way to get satisfied and then calibrate it. Then talk yourself into it. But make sure you feel good as you're doing it, because that's the only thing that matters, how you feel about it. Like, let's say you want $1 million. Try to find a way to feel good. Only do this if you feel good, because if you feel bad, you're just distancing yourself from it further. If you feel good, you are bringing it closer because you're matching it, because it feels good, right? The reason you want something is because it feels good, or you think you will feel good when you have it, at least. So you need to feel good in order to see it. So let's say, okay, I don't have $1 million yet, but lots of people do. Lots of people have millions of dollars. There's millions of dollars in the world to be had. People find their way into millions of dollars. And I only want $1 million right now. And if I think about what $1 million is, I could break it down by thousands, or I could break it down by tens of thousands. I could find a way to make this more real to me. Maybe I could draw out how many thousands of dollars it is just on a piece of paper with little dots so I could see it. Or maybe I could walk around the neighborhood and imagine, like, oh, well, I know that person doesn't make that much money, but look at their house. Their house is worth $500,000, or so, $750,000, and they're not rich, but they still have that. I know that I'm capable of doing that. I know how this all works. I know that I'm the creator. I know that if I just focus positively that I can get there. I know that if I just calibrate whatever is in my way out of the way that I can get there too. So, deliberate creation, making your life be how you want it, it's just about finding a way to line up with what you want, finding a way to vibrationally match what you want. And I find a lot of times that happens by accident because it's harder to go headfirst into all your limiting beliefs. So I'm working on a book right now, and it's been a long time in process, like over a year, I think. And I was watching just like a favorites video on YouTube earlier, and I got like this really great idea for the book. So I wrote it down. That's a way of like distracting myself into alignment, distracting myself into matching the vibration, right? I'm I'm doing little easy things that make me feel relaxed so that I get the ideas that bring me closer to what I want. So it doesn't always have to be hard work, buckle down. Like I feel like we get to where we want to go much faster by relaxing and following those little intuitions. So that, Guillaume, is my advice for you. Let me look into your energy just to see if there's anything specific other than that that I can help you with. You have so many ideas, Guillaume. Your imagination is incredible. I would do more with it. If you don't already have an Instagram devoted to like your writing, your imagination, do like a brand Instagram and like just share your little ideas. I know you write a lot of like erotica. I mean, I know you probably can't share like super explicit stuff on Instagram, but like maybe trade with someone who can draw if you can't. I like illustrate little scenes or like put little quotes of yours just like in a background. Like, yeah, be who you are in the world and don't shy away from it because your ideas are like bursting in your energy. Okay. Hello, Shayna. Nice of you to join us. Okay, interesting question. Always, Crazy Pup. Have you ever heard of reality shifting? I mean, I think so. Are you talking kind of like about what do people call it? Timeline shifting, that kind of thing? Yeah, and that's because people are switching their vibration to match a different timeline, a different reality happens 15 million times a second, right? Like we are always changing and shifting. But when we make bigger changes and bigger shifts, our reality changes more drastically. So, yeah. If you have any more questions about that, let me know. Okay, so thank you for the clarity, Love Heart. She says, that's my energy. I'm female but have masculine energy. Okay, so let me take a look again because I did feel another person and they were a little bit farther away. It's like you were holding your hand out to them, but I just wanted to focus on the primary energy that I felt. So let me take a look. Okay. So in this case, I feel like there is someone there and it's a much more demure energy, like a much more almost like hesitant, a little bit like you are all there ready to go. And this person is is almost like not jealous, but like interested in what you have to offer. They're enthralled with your energy. And so they're ready to go along for the ride, but you're gonna have to bring them in. You're gonna have to hold out your hand and like bring them into you. So I guess if you meet someone or if this person is already in your life, um, and then maybe they don't seem that interested, or maybe they seem a little standoffish. Don't let that deter you if you have a knowing feeling like, no, this is my person. They're going to need a little bit of coaxing. So, okay. This is fun, guys. Are you guys having fun? I'm loving this. And I'm seeing there's a lot more comments rolling in. So awesome, awesome, awesome. This is so fun. I love this. We'll do this more often. Also, if you're new to the channel, hello. Nice to meet you. I just got a lot of new people in from that latest fan video. When do you feel I'll find a full-time job? Okay, Gina. Let's see. I mean, the first question that I have is, do you want this full-time job? And not because like, yes, I need it because I need to pay my bills, but like, I want to know, what do you really want to happen? Okay, so time isn't necessarily my strong suit, but I feel like there is a full-time job available to you, and it will come through a family member or a friend. Like someone will know of a company that's hiring. I think they work there. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting the impression that someone has an opening at the company that they're already working for, and that they can get you in. And I'm feeling like it's available now. So if you haven't already asked your network, do you guys have any, do you know of any positions available at the companies you work at? Let me know. That would be a great help. So, but also think about what it is that you ultimately want, because if that's available to you too. Okay. Aqua. Does Killian, my ex, miss me? I don't know what to do. I'm heartbroken. Okay. Right now. I'm so old. You guys, I was going to have to ask you what RN means, but I figured it out. I think it means right now. You can laugh at me. Okay. All right. Does your ex miss you? Let's see. I need some iced tea. Yes, your ex definitely misses you. But I think, just from what I'm getting, obviously your feelings, your truth matters much, much more than what I'm feeling. But I'm feeling like this was a positive move, because I feel like what they're missing is the familiarity. It's like the comfort and the ease. And they're you guys, your energies aren't necessarily the most matching energies. Like this pairing wasn't the the height of what you can have relationship wise. And regardless of, I know, like, gosh, breakups totally suck. And that's not to say that you can't come back together and have that amazing relationship. But usually there's a little bit of time in between where you both find your own way to yourselves, create some separation between the two of you so you can shore up yourselves, get more solid in who you are. And then when you come back together, you're equals and you're inspired and you keep your own lives and you just share the best bits of yourselves with each other. So I would just focus on yourself right now as much as you can. What makes you happy? What excites you? What are you looking for in the next relationship? Like what was positive about what you had? What are you looking forward to have again? And just feel what you feel, but also what are you excited about next? But yes, your ex does miss you. Thanks for the question. Okay, Dina says awesome thanks about her angry art project. So that's cool. Okay. Donna Marie, are you from Ireland? I love your flag and your four-leaf clover. Any messages from spirit, please? Okay, let's look. Okay, so sometimes cool things like happen to my body when I'm looking into other people's energy. And so when I closed my eyes, I felt this like wave like come out through my ears. It was like this like wave of energy and like it made my ears feel kind of like fuzzy and tingly and cool. So what I'm feeling about that is, hang on one second, let me feel it again. It's like it's feeling emotional. It's feeling like heart activating. I don't know if you've been going through a phase lately where you cry easily or you just feel overwhelmed by feelings, but this energy is a good thing. It's an expansion for you. You are building your capacity to carry love in your body. And so there's going to be a little bit of overflow at the beginning of that. And it's okay to like release that as tears. It's okay to feel things in your body like tingles and expansion and energy. And some people feel electricity. So that is your message from spirit, is that you are expanding your capacity to hold love, and that any kind of overwhelm is a positive thing as your body adjusts to holding more energy. So cool. Thanks. Great picture, by the way. I was in Ireland a long time ago, just for like a week or two, visiting my sister who studied there, and it was the best. We're just planning another trip there right now, actually, with our mom. We were in oh gosh, Galway. Yeah. Okay, Liz. Yes, I can check for you. Okay, more drinks. Oh my God, you guys, it's already 2:37 here. Wow. This is fun. Okay, Liz. Okay, by the way, guys, Liz is incredible. She's an amazing, very advanced human, if you guys don't already know her. Liz, if there's any way, um, like, I don't know if you have a channel or anything, but feel free to put it in the chat. I feel like you'd be great at YouTube. So it's interesting, Liz, when I'm checking in for you, I'm feeling like my my forehead furrowing, like my little 11 lines like being tensed up. So what I'm feeling for you is everything's figured out. Okay, everything's figured out. You don't need to figure it out. You don't need to understand. You don't need to be able to articulate. You don't need to have the answers for anyone else. You get to enjoy, and you get to be. Right now, I feel like there's maybe a lot of energy of yours focusing in the fourth dimension of like paradox and intellect and answers. And this is guiding you to be free 5D plus. Like, don't live for anyone else. It's not your job to inform anyone, to convince anyone, to have answers prepared for anyone, defend yourself in any way, to make something look enticing. All you get to do is enjoy. You get to enjoy. You get to enjoy. You get to love. You get to play. And that is the message for you. And that's a good message for everybody. But that's what I'm feeling for you. Okay, Zach. Okay, you know what? If Google says Jetty is with a J, then Jetty is with a J. All right. My second and final question today is, what do you see in my energy profile right now if there's time? You guys, you don't need to keep asking that. You know, my friend Carrie, you guys might know her, she always says to me, I never worry about asking you for something because I know you'll never do something you don't want to do. So there you go. Which I consider that a compliment. Okay, what does your energy look like right now? Well, you look really focused. You look focused, you look determined. You look happy, you look clear, you look great. I think did you follow that like direction from yesterday's live stream on my intuitive art channel about making a decision? Because it seems like you did. That's very cool. Yes, you look organized, you look great. Great energy, clear. You're on a clear path to where you want to go. And I don't know if you can feel the difference, but you guys, when you are in that zone of clear and focused, ready to go, like on the path, you feel positive. You're not letting the doubt creep in. You're not letting the worry creep in. And that's when you attract resources and help and lovely people and amazing things. So it's a very big deal to be on the positive side of your energy because it's attractive. It's attractive. It's very good. Okay. My phone is telling me that I'm busy right now. Okay, Shayna, I'm wondering if you might have more to say on what I asked yesterday about the fatigue or anything that comes up when you tune into my higher self or guides. Do you connect with spirit guides? I do connect with spirit guides. Let me look. So if you guys are wondering, yesterday I did a live stream just like this kind of on my Intuitive Art Academy YouTube channel. So you can check that out too if you want. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm getting a bit of, so I remember this feeling. It's like a loop. I want to say the word wallowing. I don't want to be offensive because it's not a bad thing. It's just like things aren't working out for me. I don't like how I'm feeling. I don't know what to do. And then it's really easy from that place to notice what isn't going right in your world and who isn't meeting your expectations and like what you want to be different. And that is hard to get out of because you have so much momentum there. It's a loop, right? Of like dissatisfaction, not knowing what to do, and you're unhappy and you know you could be in another place. And I think the best advice I could give and that I'm getting is everything is internal. Everything is internal. It's never anyone else's fault. No one else has any power over you. And that's not about victim blaming. I know that sounds so terrible in certain circumstances, and let's not go there. Like, that's not what I mean. But we all have the ability to change how we feel. And if we can change how we feel, if we can go from everything, I don't know how I got here. I don't know how to get out of this. I don't feel good. I don't like what's going on. I don't like the people in my life. I don't like what's in my environment. If we can change our focus from that to, okay, I know what I don't want because I'm living it. What do I want? What could I want? If I was a different person, what could I want? If I had enough resources, what could I want? We start to lighten up a little bit. If you can meditate every day, and maybe you already said you did yesterday, I think you did, but could you do a little more? Could you just do it in a way that feels more detached from your body? Can you watch some Abraham Hicks videos on YouTube? The thing is, if you're able to be here and ask the question, you're able to receive the answer, and that means you're able to change. You're able to move up in your feeling, which means if you move up in your feeling, your life will change and your fatigue will change. And perhaps you'll be inspired to go to a doctor and they'll find some kind of physical thing that they can help you with. Perhaps the fatigue will just fade away as you start feeling better. It can be rectified in any number of ways, but it always starts internally with knowing that you deserve to feel good and knowing that you can do things to help yourself feel good on the path to even feeling even better and better and better. So that's Bucky seconds that. Buddy is over there readjusting so he can take an even longer nap. Okay. Dina says, oh my gosh, getting more of Guillaume's sparks and ideas sprinkled throughout the day sounds fantastic. See, we are on team Guillaume. We're on team Shayna. We're on team everyone here. I love it. Okay. LH, nice to meet you. If I don't already know you, I might. Who knows? What do money and love look like for me? Thank you for your help. Wow. All right. I mean, this is going by so fast. I can't even believe it. What do money and love look like for me? Okay. Okay. So I am feeling like a very like almost like dramatic, luxurious, like old Hollywood style of wealth that is probably your desire. Like this is what your soul essence is speaking to me about what you are wanting. And it's actually making me a little dizzy, which is funny. And kind of hard to breathe. So maybe, are you afraid of that? Does it make you feel like panicked to want what you actually want? Because I'm feeling like long robes and like lounging by the pool and people serving you drinks and like I'm feeling like Zsa Zsa Gabor slow wealth. And with that comes a lot of self-love, a lot of self-love. So when it comes to love, what I'm feeling for you is self-love. That doesn't mean there aren't other people in the mix, but when you have self-love, it's very easy to love other people. It's very easy to find the good in them and to ignore whatever, stuff doesn't necessarily match what you're wanting. And that's not a bad thing. Like you want to focus on what you love about people and no one will ever be perfect. You can't ever like train someone into the perfect person for you. So this is all good. So I would say you have a lot of natural luxury and wealth and like really juicy good stuff in there in your energy. And if you are at all repelled by that, which you very well might be because of my physical reaction, I would just say love yourself through it. It's okay to have luxury. It's okay to have wealth. It's okay to want beautiful things. It's okay to want leisure. And that will start to calibrate you into the opening of that. It's actually very common to be like repelled by the things that you really want, which I know it doesn't really make sense, but it happens to a lot of us. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find where I am. Things just kind of jumped all over the place. Okay. So Gina is saying that like getting the job offer from the friend or family member happened this week, but it's freelance, not full time. Well, maybe it could turn into full time, or maybe it would be enough for you. So maybe the reason why I was asking, what do you really want, is do you really want the freelance? And maybe it's just riskier than you were hoping. I don't know. I would look into it, look into freelance, look into the unemployment law at the moment, because it was helping gig workers and freelance people. So it could be a little less risky to be freelance right now. I'm not really sure, but there was definitely something there. So don't just put it aside. I would ask, if you don't know the yes no technique, maybe look that up on my channel. It's on the channel homepage, the video there. And it'll help you ask your higher self yes or no questions. And I would ask, like, is this the best opportunity for me right now, this freelance thing? And then go from there. That would be my recommendation. Okay. Thank you, Heather, for your compliment and your blue butterfly. Love that. Janice. Hi, Rachel. My low key life has been kind of falling apart the past year, and I'm thinking I'm getting ready to be homeless. Can you help me better understand my situation? Thank you. Yes, absolutely. So, first of all, I'm sorry about your situation. I know we talk a lot about like attraction and owning your life, but it's never in a way to like place blame on anyone going through a hard time. We all are going to go through hard times, and I'm sorry this is happening to you. I'm assuming it's something that you aren't wanting, but who knows? People called me homeless when I lived in my van, so you know. Um, and like New Life Travel here is asking if they should buy the van. So we have a lot of van dwellers in the mix here. So let's see. Let me take a look. Janice is a longtime watcher, so I think I'm feeling a little bit of, or a lot of bit of like despair and feeling out of control, feeling like the loss is inevitable, almost like I don't like it's just like a whirlwind. And from that vantage point, it's very difficult to see the positive opportunity that's coming. Because if you are matching out of control, despair, inevitability of bad things, if a good opportunity came along, you're going to be cynical about it, or you're going to not take it seriously, or it's going to be harder to realize when someone's reaching out to help, or when if there's like a check mailed to your mailbox that would help you, it would be hard to go and get it and find it and like deposit it. So if you have any way of I mean, this is going to sound weird, I don't know, but any way of making this lighter, like, do you have a worst case scenario plan so that that part of you can relax? Like, do you have like okay, well, there's a shelter here, and I know that I could go and have a meal and have a bed if I really needed to. If it really does come to this, I know how to do this. Or I know there's a couch waiting for me, or I know a friend once said maybe I could come visit them for a while. So if this does happen, I know what to do. So if you can like take the bottom out of it, and even if it would royally suck, having a plan, like Tim Ferriss calls it fear storming. If the worst possible thing happened, what is that worst possible thing? And a lot of times we find out like we could handle it. It wouldn't necessarily be fun, but we could handle it. And if you can do that and get a little bit of a foundation, a baseline, then you can start to make it a little bit lighter. Like, you know what? Maybe this is my higher self's joke of getting me out of my comfort zone. Maybe because I always wanted to travel, this is my higher self's funny way of kicking me out of the nest so that now I have to go couch surfing around the country, or like find some even comic light in it, And that will help you start to climb the ladder and see where the opportunity is. Because I know that no one is ever out of reach of better things. So even if you need to climb up slowly, because sometimes we do, because of momentum, because law of attraction is drawing things to you that match where you are vibrationally. So if you stay where you are, it might feel like things are just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. But if you can find the lightness, find some sense of empowerment, you'll be able to climb the ladder and see the better opportunities and the better and the better and the better. So that is what I would suggest. And, you know, if there are people in your community to talk to, if there's like social workers or like people who know about services, talk to them, ask for help, knock around. Like there are a lot of opportunities for, and again, you might have already done this, I don't know, but I'm just saying there are opportunities that you might not have access to fully right now, but if you start to, like take a hold of it, make a plan and find the lightness in it, then you'll be able to see more and see a better way to have this turn out. Okay, that is for you, Janice. Best of luck. You're welcome, Crazy Pup. New Life Travel. Let's see. Hello. Should you buy the van? Let's see. I mean, I'm always going to say yes, should you buy the van? But I have bought van that it worked out excellently. It was an amazing, life-changing thing. It was so great, but was also like a really big ball of stress because it always broke down and was really, really tall. Okay. I'm getting an overwhelming yes. Overwhelming yes. So for those of you, like I've been explaining my bodily reactions to your guys' questions, but I'm feeling like a very large, like expansion, warm, light, golden tingle expansion up in my head. And so for me, that's a yes. So yes. Okay. Liz, any help or guidance on business would be greatly appreciated. Oh, Liz, yes, yes. I love talking about all this. So let me look. And also, Liz is in my multidimensional abundance coaching group. And so, yeah, Liz, let's talk about it next meeting as well. Okay. So Liz is very stylish. And what I'm seeing is you stylish and centered. And I'm seeing you as a leader, like coaching, but I'm seeing you with a group and maybe even like a corporate group. Like you have high earner, high intelligence, more formal kind of people around you. And what I'm seeing right now, I think you could be an excellent translator to that community because you've been in the corporate world. You've been a high achiever in the corporate world. You're still a high achiever in your current world, but it's very different. I could see you using your new skills and education and knowledge of yourself and energy to really help people who have felt a little disconnected but know that they want more. And there's a lot of those people. So that is what I'm seeing for you at the moment. And of course, I'm happy to answer any questions you have about how to do that, but probably in our coaching calls. Just because we're running out of time here. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's so fun. We're going to have to do this again, huh? Okay. And all right. Sarah S. Oh, stargazer lilies. I have those in my front garden bed. You guys, your profile pictures are so fun. Am I taking the right path in everything I have been endeavoring recently, particularly in the trajectory I have taken in my femininity? Okay, let's see. I think so, Sarah, what I'm feeling is yes, great job. Keep going, keep going, keep going. But also, there's no need to be timid. There's no need to change yourself or like based on who's around. There's no need to hide or be shy. Go for it. Be you, unapologetic. Keep going is like everything I'm feeling is like go, 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 go. Like you're good, you're safe, you're clear. Keep going. That's what I'm feeling for you about both of those things. And you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome, Shayna. You're welcome, Aqua. Hello, Aura A. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Oh yeah, you guys, I'm such a bad YouTuber. Like and subscribe. I'd love to have you be notified the next time I do this. We'll do this again. Okay, anything on a job offer, please. Let's see. Oh my God, but you know what? I have a new housekeeper who I love. She is incredible. Like, love her. And yesterday she asked me if I was an influencer, and I never really think about it much because I feel more like an entrepreneur because I have a couple companies. But it was so fun. She made me blush. I'm like, I mean, I don't know. I guess so. I have a background. So anyway, anything on a job offer for Aura? Is there someone right now deciding if they should offer you a job? Because I feel like there's somebody deciding if they should offer you a job and they don't know yet. Maybe if that is the case, you can follow up and be like, hey, just want you to know how excited I am about joining your company. Using my talents to, I don't know, that last part, maybe not. I'm really excited about joining your company and working for you. Yeah, I feel like to be more proactive and just don't be afraid to follow up. And if that's not the case, if you're not waiting, because that's what I was feeling, then be more confident. Grow your confidence when you're interviewing next or when you're asking around because you've got it. You've got great stuff. I think the only reason that someone would not offer you a job is because maybe they feel your doubt. So don't doubt yourself. Be confident, and everything will work out great. Okay. Well, it's 3:03. Let me see. We only have a couple more left. So I will I'll go up to where Brooke has left a comment. You're welcome, Aura. And then we'll close it out and we'll just do this again another time. Okay, so Shayna, I had another intuitive sense that I get stuck in loops. They said I should go on walks. I slacked on that. I do meditate, but not every day. You inspired me to resume yesterday and even more today. Cool, I know. And that's the thing. When you are stuck in one of those lower level loops, it's much harder to start doing the things that make you feel better because that's not what you feel like doing, right? You feel low. And so you keep doing the things that feel low. My favorite thing to do is distract myself into feeling better. For a couple of years, like before and after my divorce, long, 12 years ago, funny videos on YouTube were my thing. Like, don't laugh at me, but I would always search for farting preacher. Farting preacher. Those videos are so funny. It's like preachers up on stage and then people just put fart noises on it. It's so good. It's so good. So find something that makes you laugh because that is an easy way to get your vibration up a notch or two. And then things feel a little bit easier. Then you can go meditate, take a walk. Just don't be hard on yourself when you aren't doing the things that you know you should be doing because it just drives you down further. Okay. Crazy Pup. Could you maybe look if I have some dark entities, energies attached to me? I live in fear a lot, even though I try to do fun things to get distracted. I always feel dissociated from reality. Yeah, well, I do have a video on how to release entity attachments. And even if you don't feel like you have one, even if you don't feel like there's like negative beings around you, it's a really good explanation of how to raise your vibration. So, anybody who wants to know that, go look for that video. You could just search on my channel, like um, release or release entity. It'll come up, and it's an intimate alien show episode, but it's her first and then me, so it's both of us. Okay, so let me look. Let's see. I mean, I do see some like very low energy, but like like not a lot of kick to them beings around you. So I would understand how maybe you feel a little fatigued and a little lightheaded, a little like unclear, foggy headed. That's what I would feel too. So I would go definitely watch that video, how to release entity attachments. And you are very interested in all of this stuff, which is awesome. And I would just wonder, do you watch any videos about the negative stuff or the scary stuff? Like I have a video that I love about are lizard people and conspiracy theories real? I love that video because yeah, everything's real because if there's a reference to it that we can talk about, there's vocabulary, if there's an example, if someone's written a book about it, it's real because we've made it real. We've made it part of our reality. So anything that you focus on is real to you. It's in your reality. And the fact is not, is it real? It's, is it enhancing your life to think about it? Is it enhancing your life to learn about it, to know about it, to watch about it? So, um, for anyone having fatigue or just like not manifesting what you want in your life, look at what am I consuming? And is it enhancing my life? Is it bringing me closer to what I want? Because we do not need to educate ourselves on the bad things because that's only going to grow how much we see of the bad and how much we interact with the bad and how susceptible we are to the bad. If we want to feel better and have more of our true higher self life be part of our reality here, then we focus on what feels good and enlivening and exciting. So, not saying that's what you're doing, but that really helped me a lot. I used to read all those books on, like how like I don't know, money is a scam. You don't have to pay your bills and David Icke stuff and even Gaia TV has a lot of weird things on it. And again, it's not that it's not true. It's just I don't want that to be my reality, so I'm not going to put it in my reality. So that can help you out too. Start focusing more on what you want, what excites you, because you have a lot of stuff that excites you, and less on the other stuff, and the other stuff will fade away. Okay. You're welcome, Gina. Dream big. Oh, hello. Thanks for subscribing. What does AD think of me? Okay, let's see. It just reminds me of Jenna Marbles had a hamster named Ad, but that's probably not what you're talking about. Well, from the energy that I'm getting right now, AD thinks that you're very interesting and fascinating. They don't quite get you. They do not understand you, but they don't feel like they need to. It's kind of like that's the fascination factor. They are like in what I'm seeing in my mind, they're sitting next to you, but it doesn't feel like there is a lot of intimacy yet. Like there feels like maybe like a little bit of a barrier between you. Um, and maybe that's just a little bit of hesitation on both parties, like or at least both energies. Um, but I'm feeling a fascination, a respect, and a desire to be close and to stay close. So hopefully that helps. Okay. Oh, good, Janice. Yay. She says, your suggestions give me a sense of virtual support. I do appreciate that boost. Well, you're welcome. Yes, look at you have so much virtual support and so much support around you. So we're happy to like give you the ladder to climb up and keep in touch. Like you can leave comments and I don't know if you have my email or anything, but like yeah, everything will work out. Everything can work out. And Brooke, you are our last question. It looks like you are truly our last question. So, where should you move to? Oh, I was going to put you on screen. Oh my God, Sailor Moon. My sister loves Sailor Moon. Where should I move to? Let's see. Well, I feel like, I mean, I could be totally biased because of your profile picture, but like the first thing that like literally came to mind was Tokyo. But I'm in general, I'm seeing like happy, friendly, excited, colorful. Like you want to be in a place with opportunity and culture and people to be friends with and groups to be in and hang out with and like color and art and um, freedom and expression. So yeah, a major international city. I mean, I love New York. Um, Tokyo is great. If you're really, yeah, that's what's coming to me. So let me know if that resonates with you at all, or if I'm just like vibing off your profile picture. But yeah, that would be super cool. I can't wait to get to Tokyo. I'm excited. Okay. Um, you're welcome so much, Sarah. You're welcome, Aura. Shayna, lol. I love lols. Um, Crazy Pup, Dream Big. Uh, oh, okay. So Dream Big just has a little follow up. Wow, that's amazing. Do you feel we will become closer romantically? Yeah, I feel like you could if you want to. There's definitely um, desire there. Things grow, right? Like things grow. Like sometimes somebody's got to make the first move and grab the hand, or like nowadays you can even ask, like, "Can I kiss you?" Like I love that stuff. It's so good. So just listen to your heart, be respectful, try to read the energy, and if there is consent, go for it. Okay, and um, Brooke says, "Thank you. That is exactly what I'm looking for." Lol. New York has always been on my mind. Ugh, I just love New York. I grew up pretty close to New York, and I could take the train in, and it's just there's nothing else like it. Love, love, love. Okay. Well, hi Susanna. We're wrapping up. She doesn't know whether to go for a social work job or do her own thing with creative workshops. Do both, right? I'm a big fan of having a job so that you feel secure and stable and steady and funded, and also pursuing your own thing on the side. And especially now where like so much work is remote and you don't have to commute, you don't have like the extra get ready time necessarily. We have more time to do what we want to do. I just had a coaching client. Maybe you're here. I don't know. Hello. But she was kind of having having a rough go emotionally of creating her business because she was worried about her long-term like retirement and finances. And so she got a day job, a remote day job. And it's just like really allowed her to open up and be more creative and confident. So I'm always in favor of that. But you guys, we did it. We did it. This was awesome. I loved it. Thanks for everybody who's new and came, and I'm getting to know you. Thanks for everyone who's been watching for a while. Subscribe, like. I would love to do these more often. I will. And so if you hit the little bell notification, it'll let you know when I schedule one, and we can all come together again. When will I do these live streams again? I don't know. Maybe we could do this like every other week or every Friday. I'm into it. It's fun. So, yeah, I don't know. Sounds good to me. All right, guys. Super love. Have an incredible weekend. And thanks for sharing your energy with me. I really, really enjoyed it.